This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yeah, so anybody wants to give a quick recap of what we did last time?
Yeah, so for me, we went through sourcing filters. Of course, we went through, the car example as well. So I think I managed to create a couple of sourcing filters, search filters rather, and yeah, so so far everything's clear. I'm guessing, obviously with practice, it's just going to come naturally, So yeah, so everything's fine.
Okay, great. What about others?
Yeah, for me, Sajal, I was able to create, means I'm little slow right now, but I was able to create product bundles, and after that, dynamic bundles as well. When I try to create code, uh, I was not able to see my products there in edit line. So
Okay,
maybe it's due to that pricing rule, but I saw that I was able to add uh, price book as well.
okay,
Not sure what's the reason, but I will look into the videos again and will mention you tomorrow if I have some real problem or it is just due to silly mistake or so. And I was able to create search filter as well.
mm-hmm.
So, but I removed because I was thinking that was a very generic search filter for CPU, and it was showing me only CPU products, but I was working on that car products, so maybe it's what's not showing me products there. So I deleted that. Is there a way we can deactivate that search filter, or we just have to delete it?
No, you just have to delete it. You cannot deactivate them.
Okay, so that's why I deleted, but as created, search filter was showing me that CPU level products only. So far, I'm okay on that.
Okay, got it. And what about Durvesh?
Hello. Yeah, I have looked into that action plan for the dynamic and other part, but I have not gone to that filter part, which I will go
Okay,
today. But yeah, had a 2 day blast.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Mm. Yeah, if you can quickly show me your thing, at least I'll have an idea. I think you have almost
Sure.
completed that. Even
Yeah,
others
yeah,
will
yeah.
have it.
And I
Yeah,
wanted to be honest, to see, like, obviously, like for me, it looks fine, but, I'm sure that, there must be some things that you may point out that, I might need to work on a bit more.
sure.
So, right. So if I can just, I think there's a link that we get, do we not, for sharing the screen?
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, Navya, can you please give the access to Preet?
Yeah, I've not had anything yet.
Navya, you there? Just a second, let me.
Sure, sure.
Okay, Preet, so what do you do right now? Are you in Salesforce or?
I'm on Salesforce. Yeah, yeah. I'm meant to be sharing my screen, mate.
No, no, no. I'm asking like otherwise, like as a
No, I'm
professional.
not, bro. I'm actually, well, I work in finance, man, to be honest. I work for myself, so I'm self-employed. But I've been
Okay,
working in the finance industry for over 10 years, and I've worked with CRMs, but as an end user.
okay,
So, yeah, so I understand how CRMs work. I just need to understand, the back end of it, really. And
sure.
Salesforce obviously is something that's picking up quite a bit. And
Oh, yes.
yeah, I just want to merge the two together, so Salesforce as well as what I do, financial services.
Right, right. That's clear. Good, 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 good. So you're located out of UK or
I'm in,
Canada?
yeah, I'm in England, bro.
Oh, you're
So
in England? Yeah.
correct, yeah.
Central London?
I am, yeah, not far from there,
Okay.
maybe
I
20
lived there.
minutes.
Yeah, I lived there like 2000, 2001, 1.5 year there.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Do you know Harrow at all?
Harrow?
Yeah, Harrow on the Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I live.
Okay. I live in Paddington and then uh,
Right,
South Hall. So I live that area. But I was working in Central London, Leicester
right,
Square.
right, right, right.
So there was a travel company, opodo.co.uk.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so Pete, you'll get it in another
You
minute.
got it. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, you guys see your screen now. Maybe you can just quickly walk us through. I mean, like, don't show me the rules. You can show me the code process.
Right, okay, so quote, I've got here, sorry, bear with me 1 second, let me just minimize this, it's eating up my screen. Okay, so quote, so that's the one, okay. Right, I've decided to upgrade my car, by the way, yeah, so, and you're right, I'm not sure where the document is saved once you generate it, so do you want me to just preview it, or?
No, so can you close this window, the complex setting window?
Sorry, yeah,
So if you see code documents,
okay, so
that's the
that's,
doc, yeah, that's the document you generated.
right, right, okay.
And then if you click on the button next to new opportunity on your right side,
On my right up, okay,
the next one, yeah. And you can click on view.
view, or, yeah,
Yeah, your view should be fine. Yeah, click on view. Okay, you still have to give 5 minutes,
sure.
5 seconds. That's it. Okay. Hello.
Hello, hello, yes.
Okay. So no, so by code process I meant the whole
Right,
you
okay.
go to the code and you start adding in the products.
Sure, 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 sure. So just start a new one, yeah, basically, yeah. Okay, new code.
You guys are getting familiar with the system now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so service. Now, do you want me to show it with the search filters or without the search filters?
With the search filters.
With the search filters. Okay, fine. So I'm going to accounts, I remember.
So what is your search filter going to filter out?
So on this one, it's going to be service for this particular one.
Okay.
So the opportunity. Prospecting. Here we go. So I've got just the service plans coming up.
Okay, that's great.
And when I take the filters off, of course, then I'll get everything.
Okay. Do you want me to show your yeah, so can you show me your bundle, the dynamic bundle?
Dynamic bundles, yes. So for that, I think I need to go into product rules. That's my dynamic bundle there. And how did I? Okay, so that's. I think we saw all of this the last time around, and then
Okay, no, actually, what I was thinking is I was going to start with product rules today. So I thought
right.
maybe you can help us create one of the product rules.
Sure. Okay, so start a new one, you mean, or
Yeah, we'll create a new one. We'll start with, so right now we'll see the approach of how a product rule works,
right?
and we'll try to understand that how you can uh, grasp the concept of product rule, like how exactly a product rule works.
Sure.
So these things right now, since we had to cover dynamic bundle, we couldn't get deeper into what a product rule was and what actually it means,
Sure,
right?
sure, sure, sure.
So now what we will do is we'll think of a scenario. So if you can go to your code, back to your code, and open your main product, right? Like whatever it was, Mercedes AMG, I think.
Yeah. So what you want me to go into edit lines? Is that what you're saying, or?
Right, right.
Okay, so that's what I have.
Uh, no, so I'll have, this is an old code, right? You can
Yes.
click on add products.
Okay, so for this account, I think I've got alloys as the
Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's pick up a new code. Maybe
new
you
account, you
can
mean?
start from the
Without.
yeah. So two Mercedes SUV as your account, and then we will start. We'll create a new code.
And then
You can
shall
keep
I
it now.
leave the product type as blank for now, or?
Yeah, yeah. You keep it as blank.
Okay. Right. So do you want me to carry on?
Yeah,
Edit
yeah. Go
line.
ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
So these are all the different products I have.
Okay. So maybe you can go to one of the main products. Yeah, I like the way you have kept the products neat and clean. Like that makes sense. You can
So
select
that's
that.
selected. Okay. And then
Okay.
these
So
are,
now,
yeah.
okay. So now what we are going to do is, can you scroll down?
So what I've tried to do is I've kept these at clicks, this one as add, and this one at the top as a dynamic bundle. So I just want to have a bit of a range, like variety, so I understand all the different sort of like options really.
Okay. Okay. So,
The top one is the dynamic bundle.
right. Can you scroll down, please? Okay, one second. So now let's keep in a requirement. Okay, so my client says, okay, all these things looks good, but then I want to make sure that can you take it a little bit more? Can you show me the miscellaneous? Yeah. So yeah. So what I want is I want an alert message that says if I'm not selecting suppose keyless go starting function. Okay.
Yeah,
So I should get an alert that this particular product is available at a discounted price. Are you sure you don't want to select it?
sure.
Are you sure you don't want to buy it? Okay. So this is a very normal scenario that we come across a lot of times,
Yeah,
right?
of course, yeah.
So let's try and implement that.
Right, okay. And this will, I'm guessing, will be within the product rule function, is it? Or
Sorry.
I mean, sorry, obviously I don't know how to do it, so I'm guessing that's going to be within this option there, product rules. You'll have to create one, is it? Or
Right. We'll have to create a product rule. So what we will do is, one second, let me think about the requirement, like how we can make it more interesting. Okay. So let's do one thing. We'll keep this one and then maybe we can enhance the requirement after that. Okay.
sure.
So we can go to the product rule. So create a new one. You can name it as discount offer on uh, product. Yeah. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can go to type. So now we have all these different types. Okay. So what validation does is it actually stops your. So we came across filter. So filter is something which helps you filter out the products. Like when your requirement says that I only want to see. So we saw that the search filter is filtering things on the product rule, like on the product selection page, right? The
Yes.
same way, after I select a product, I would have, after I have a product, I want to filter out things under that as well. So that is when I will use out this filter type. So basically, in the bundle also, we in dynamic bundle, what we saw is it is filtering out all the products which belongs to some product family. Okay, so that's how we used the product rule of type filter. And then what validation does is if you set up a validation and if it is satisfied, then what happens is it will not allow you to go ahead. It will block that whole procedure. For example, if I put in a validation that I should not be able to go in without, you know,
Selecting
uh,
one of the products, for example.
right, but then I want it specific. Like I should be like
Sure.
the user has to select that product. You get my point?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, what I will do is I will do a validation that if this product is not selected, then I will get a pop-up that okay, you cannot go ahead without uh, selecting this particular product. This is something we can add into the assignment. So what now we will do is this says that there is a discount offer on keyless start. So this would just be an alert message, just a pop-up which says, okay, you have selected, that's fine, you can go ahead, but then I'm just giving you a warning. So this won't block your process, it is just going to give you a warning.
Sure.
Make sense?
Yeah, Sajid,
Others?
it makes sense. Yeah, when you say that if it is required, we have to select that product like keyless start. So what we have to do at that time?
Sorry,
So we are creating a new product rule for discount offer on keyless start, right? And
correct,
we gonna give alert, right? And
correct.
sales rep will look at this alert, and either he can bypass or it we can make a rule to make it required. Like you have to select and show it on the code. If it is driven by okay sales process, that whenever these kind of products we are adding to codes, we have to select those. So what additional we can do to make this alert to choose select a product which is required product.
So that's what. So basically, that would be a validation.
Okay,
So as I just told you, right? So that is something. So let us try out an alert first, then you'll get an idea how exactly validation would work.
okay.
Because
So that would be other than product rule somewhere else.
no, it would be in product rule itself.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So in the message, please you can add a message that there is a discounted offer on the keyless start. Are you sure you don't want to buy it? And then we can save this. So one second. No? So evaluation event should be saved because when I select that product and when I go to save, you selected always, right? So it should be saved.
Oh, okay, fine, fair enough, yeah.
Okay. So now you understand, right? What is the requirement is I want an alert message on the code when I'm clicking on save
Yes.
and the message says there is a discounted offer on the keyless start feature. Are you sure you don't want to buy it? That's it. That's my main product rule. Now you can save this.
I'm guessing this will be the next bit that we need to go into.
Correct. No, you don't need to. It would be error condition, not action. Sorry, I saw error condition.
Will be the quote, I'm guessing, or
Sorry, I think his screen is stuck. One second, it's load. Yeah.
oh,
So now the tested object. So basically, what is that keyless that product, right? The keyless start product. What is it
it's an
exactly?
option, product option,
Exactly.
right?
Correct. And what would be the field by which we can do that?
Product code.
Yes, correct. And the product code for that particular product was KG1. So you can just go to equals below operator KG1. Yeah, you can select filter type as value and your filter value would be KG1 without the space. Without the space. So you have to make sure that whatever value you enter should be exactly the same. So maybe you want to go back
Then
So
have a look.
that's
Yeah,
what I checked, yeah. But then when you do it, actually, you make sure that you go back and you check it.
of course. Yeah,
Because if there is even a small difference, even if there is an extra space, it won't match and the rule won't fire.
fine.
So this,
One question, Sajid, on the screen.
sure.
So what is the tested field here at the top of the screen?
A tested field is something where the error condition would, when it fires, it would look what are the conditions that I should satisfy when I am throwing the error. So basically,
Okay,
we will, yeah. So error condition, what we create is on what situation should this message pop up. So my first condition is it should be a keyless start product. So I added that condition because my product code of that product is KG1. Correct.
okay.
Now my second condition is that if the quantity is less than 1.
Okay, so save and new.
Yeah, save and new.
Or that way it will make it required because we are putting a quantity is less than one.
Tested object is not valid.
Sorry, what is this combination of product rule and error condition? Product rule scope. What did we select in the product rule scope?
Product rule scope. Discount on keyless offer.
No, no. Can you cancel this? Let's go to the product rule. I think what they're trying to say is correct.
Okay, when
Yeah.
you
So
select code, yeah.
it should be product. It should be product. Scope should be product. Did I say code?
No, I think it
Yeah,
was me. It's me.
Okay. Others are following, right? What we're trying to achieve here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now I think you said the quantity again, yeah? So it should still
So
be
let's
product
keep it.
quantity.
Yeah. Rather than less than 1, let's keep it 0.
Unit quantity this time around. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct.
Less than 1 or less than 0?
Equals to 0.
Equal to 0. Okay. And then do we need to go into configuration rules?
Exactly. Exactly. Good job.
Uh,
So which product? Now is the tricky part.
SUV.
Sorry.
Should it not be SUV?
Exactly. The main product under which this is an option.
Product
What else?
features, miscellaneous.
No, we don't need that actually.
Don't need that, okay.
Yeah.
So this is something that I want to check with you as well. All of these other fields that we're leaving blank, do they have a role to play at any point, or is this something that you figure out with practice and knowledge and experience?
Uh, so basically, these fields would come in picture, but then that would come up in a later stage, like in a more
Fine.
advanced phase. Yeah,
So just save for now.
yeah. It's safe for now. Yeah, and then we will check.
Okay. So now I'm going back into the quotes again.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the most recent one was this one, I think.
Just give me a second. I'll just get the
Sure.
call. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. So yeah, we can go to the product.
Shall we select a few things?
No, no, just the first one.
Okay, just save, and I'm guessing.
Yeah, so you guys can save and then I'll explain you what exactly. Yeah. So yeah, save, I'll tell you.
Because a lot of them would be selected because I've put minimum one, so I'm guessing these will be automatically added.
Correct, correct. Yes.
Okay, service I need to select. Hey, filter, not filter there.
What happened there?
I'm not sure what happened there. Service is not. Uh, and it was fine on the quote that it was showing up, so I'm not sure what's just happened.
Maybe you want to go to the feature and check.
Okay, so products. Shall I for now just say 04 so that we can carry on and I'll figure out what went wrong?
Okay, sure.
Quote. No, so much fun. Okay, anyway. Sound system.
Okay.
Okay.
So error didn't come up, right?
Yeah.
So basically the alert rule, you can only apply it on a product that gets selected.
Right.
Okay. So the reason I wanted you to experience this is because whenever you get a requirement, it is little difficult to understand whether you should go for a validation rule or for an alert rule, because the requirement sounds the same. It might just say that I should not, help me throw a pop-up on the screen for this particular offer. But then since that product itself is not selected, that alert won't fire because it won't, for example, whatever condition we are checking, right? For that particular condition, that product should be selected first. So if you go back, can you go back? Yeah.
Just cancel that.
Cancel. Yeah.
Okay.
So now what we tried is we wanted to show that message without that product selected, right? We were trying to understand how an alert rule works. So you have to always remember that you will only go for an alert rule if that message needs to be shown on when that product is selected. For example, if I select a product, for example, wireless charging, then after that product is selected, if there is any message that I want to show to the customer, that is when I will use an alert rule. Is this concept clear to everyone?
No, sorry. Say that again, please. So just
Sure,
that's what I got it. Yeah.
sure. So now the rule that we created for keyless go starting function, which says that there is an offer on this product. Are you sure you want to go ahead? But then, if you see the scenario, that product is not selected by the customer. So an
Yeah.
alert rule, right? So if you want to pull in an alert rule, when do you choose an alert rule is when the requirement would have been the product that you have selected has a special discounted price. If that was the case, then you could have gone for alert rule.
Right.
Got it? So now you got the difference, right? This is a very, what do you say, a tricky concept. So that's why I wanted you guys to experience it so that you will remember every time whenever you build this.
So
Okay, what about Durvesh and Vishal? Are you guys clear about this?
No, I'm not clear on this one. So you said like when we select a product, like we are creating a code, right? When we select that particular like keyless product, right, itself, at that time, if there is a discounted price, then it will trigger.
Sorry, can you come again, Vishal?
So like we put this alert, right? We created product rule with alert, and that is when we select that particular product in code, it will show us a message, right?
Exactly, exactly.
So when we are selecting that product or main product itself, because that rule is that when you select that keyless product itself.
Correct, exactly.
But if we are selecting already that product, why it's gonna show us the alert?
No, I didn't understand the second part of your question.
So what I'm saying, that rule we created
Correct,
is when we select that product.
correct.
So when we select that product, it means
No,
we
no, we
already,
created the rule we created is that whenever the customer is going to save,
okay, save, yeah. So
yeah,
and
yeah, when he's going to save,
save, yeah, action is a save, and when it is not selected.
correct.
Okay, sorry.
So
Yeah,
yeah, sure. So my point over here is that for the alert rule, you have to make sure that if you want to show it for a particular product, then that product has to be selected first.
okay, right. So you're talking, so now you're talking about the main product itself.
No, no,
No,
even this keyless go starting function is a product, right?
right, right, right.
Right. So if I want to show that message, because I have a
Mhm.
condition that my product option should be the product option code should be equal to kg1.
Mm-hmm.
And then if that quantity is 0, then it
Okay.
should fire, right?
Okay.
But then
Okay.
if you see the minimum quantity is always going to be 1.
Right.
So in that situation, you cannot use an alert rule. Basically, alert rule will come into picture if you want to show a message on that product after the product is selected,
Right.
right? So for example, if I want to show a message, so you understood the first part of the requirement. So we understood
Right.
that alert
Right.
rule is not a function that you can use for this requirement.
Right.
So what exactly is the requirement where you can use an alert rule? For example, if my requirement said when the user selects keyless go starting function, you can show you want to show a message, for example, that the current price of the product uh, is higher than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically you can say that at this point of time the prices are higher. So you're just giving him an alert message that are you sure you want to select this? So what we will do is we will go back to the product rule and we will modify the product
Right.
rule, right?
I was gonna, can I just mention something quickly here? So if we were to, let's say, select this product here and
Uh-huh.
then zero there, quantity wise,
Uh-huh.
and then try to save it, will it not come up? Or
It should come up.
It will come up, but then that is not a valid scenario, right?
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
But then the user would never put in 0 over there.
Of course.
Okay, so you guys understand this part?
Right.
So the product rule is actually the most trickiest part in CPQ. The rest of the things are all something that you can like search filters. You know that okay, if I want to hide something or if I want to show something, I can just create a product rule and that's it, and then the product selection page. But then product rules, there is so many combinations by which you can get that requirement done, right? So this is going to be a very important topic, and that's why I want to make sure that the minute details you guys understand. There would be occasions where you guys would get confused. I know that is going to come, but then try and ask questions and make sure that you clear your doubts. And the another thing with product rule is you have to keep playing with it. So you can actually try it out yourself by doing every kind of permutation and combination. Like I have you create a validation rule and you try different error conditions and see how it is working. Right now we have not even come to product action yet. We are only dealing with a product rule and an error condition. Got it?
Right. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Sajid,
Hmm.
could you give us some business requirement related to this so that we can try it out?
Sure.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah. So maybe just remind me in the end of the session. I'll give you 2 requirements for this.
Okay, thank you.
You can try it out and tell me tomorrow. Okay. So please, you can go back to the rule. We'll modify the rule, and you will change the message. The prices are higher than normal. Are you sure you want to buy this? And then you'll go to the product rule, and we'll
Product
go to
rule,
the quantity. Yeah, quantity.
quantity, okay, yeah.
So what would be the condition? What would be the filter condition here?
Quantity equals value 1, I guess,
More than zero?
or less than 1. Hang on.
Think, guys, think.
If it is greater than zero, because we want to show
Right.
that because user has selected this as one,
Correct.
and we want to show, right?
Correct. Greater than zero.
So
The
the
reason being,
yeah, but
we have allowed multiple quantity selections for this. Like the user can go up to even 100 of that product. We have not stopped him. So
Yeah,
it should
yeah,
be, so the condition can be either greater than zero or greater than or equal to one.
one.
Yeah. So let's go for greater than zero, and we will save this. And now let's see what the rule happens. So there is a very good trick that I use for everybody to learn product rules. So basically, what I try to do is I'll just give you the requirements. Okay, and then what happens is now when you go and try it out, I'm sure you guys are in the first attempt nobody can get that right. So whatever you are doing wrong would actually be a requirement in future for you.
sure.
If you get what I'm trying to say. For
Yeah,
example, if I give you some requirement, and if you're so till you reach in achieving that requirement, whatever different scenarios that was failed would actually be a scenario in your real life,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
But then see, this product rule sessions would go for I think it should go for 3 days. So what I want you guys to do is little for this 3 days, just spend a little extra time and spend some time on this product rule. Like whatever assignments you get, I want you guys to try it out, spend some time so that you have more of uh, you know uh, failed scenarios till you achieve the correct one. And whatever is failed is all your learning over there. And this actually helps.
definitely. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Because there is none of the requirement is wrong. Whatever you have tried is going to be a requirement at some point of time. So, and I won't even tell you whether it would be an alert or validation or filter or a selection. I won't give you any idea. I will just give you 3 to 4 requirements. You guys have to try it out, and it would be based on whatever we have done till now, like the same uh, what do you say, same structure, but only thing is you have to play around with the rules. Okay, so if
sure.
you click save, then you'll definitely get that pop-up message, right? And then you will continue. So this was a very basic example, but then what we did is we kind of understood the uh, concept of how an alert rule would work, when exactly. So now that you tried one, you should be able to understand related kind of requirements for an alert rule.
The only thing I was going to ask you was that let's assume the price, the list price for this product is £1,000, right? And then if this client was to select it and the message popped up saying, this is higher than normal, uh,
Uh-huh.
and when selected, should it not say 11, 1200? Or obviously we'll have to configure it somewhere. But how would that come into the equation
You mean to say after they save it?
after they save it? Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, for that you can put in price rules.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So that part, that's a very good question. And even this particular alert message is actually used for that scenario. What happens is when they are on the product selection page, they see that the price for this product is X amount, and then when they select it, actually that is when all the product rules fires, and they see that okay, the price is increased. But
It's a
then
bit like
sometimes they can
your
see it.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's a bit like your Uber, right? So on busy times when you order an Uber, the Uber will say that the prices in your area is like 2 times than normal because of how busy they are or whatever the reason is.
Exactly.
Similar sort of thing,
Exactly.
right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll explain you the requirements. So we'll have 4 requirements, and so how do you guys want it? Do you guys want to continue in your same project, or you want it separate? I think we should continue it in the same project, right? It will be helpful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it
My
doesn't
first,
conflict with any requirement, then it's good. Yeah, let's continue on the same.
right. So then what we will do is my first. So you guys can write it down. Take a note of the requirement. So my first requirement says that you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Vishal, Durvesh. I did not hear Durvesh at all today. Durvesh
Yeah, yeah.
still in weekend mood.
I'm in
It's a
weekend mode.
recovery mode from the weekend, I think. Yeah.
No, 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 no. Actually, some part is heavy for me to understand. So,
So
but I'm
then you should
understand.
ask, man. Otherwise,
No, 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 no.
uh-huh.
No, it's just that I take time to understand and take the pieces to puzzle. So
Okay,
it's not
okay,
a problem. Yeah,
okay, cool then. Yeah, as far as you're comfortable, you're good.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So my first, let's take in a business scenario. Okay, so what we will do is I'm an automobile company, right? So let's think, uh, what are the business scenario requirements that could come in. So if you were the uh, you are sitting with the client, so what are the things you can suggest in your current system? So you guys all have a unique set of project related to automobile industry. So based on your projects, what do you think is something you can suggest to the customer, and then I will tell you whether that can be achieved through product tool, and then maybe you can try it out. Let's make it a little interesting.
So the first thing is that, like in US, when you go and buy a car,
Mm-hmm.
they would sell you one of the feature or product which is kind of mandate for some of the main products. Like they will give you some extra finish like paint, like golden line on exterior, and kind of some mandatory accessory they will try to sell from the dealership, which they
Mm-hmm.
create as a package product, and they will attach that, and that is mandatory as part of the some main product, but not part of the some, but they cannot take it off. So they put already on the car, but you have to, and sales rep have to sell that and to make some extra bucks for sales rep.
Okay, that's a very
So
good requirement. So basically, this means I select product A, and before I go to save it, I get a message that you are going ahead without selecting product B.
right, yeah,
Correct? Okay, so you guys
yeah.
can take that as the first requirement. That's a very uh, good requirement. Yes. Preet and Durvesh, you guys are clear what the requirement is?
Yeah, so we were basically saying that the second product is mandatory for this to go ahead for us to be able to save this. Is that what we're saying?
So basically, what he's saying is, if I select a product and then, so Vishal, should this be a alert, or should this just directly stop in?
It should stop him because all of the main products are already loaded with those accessories and he has to sell it. So either he gives discount later on the code, but he
Mhm.
cannot give him option without that accessory because that always goes there. So either he can make money out of it or not would be based on that he gives discount later on, but at the time of creating code, it has to be part of that.
Got it. Yeah. So basically, if you select a product, and if the second product is not there,
Right.
then you
Give
won't
it.
be able to go ahead itself. You
Right.
won't be able
Right.
to save.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's something we can achieve through product rules.
So we are going to differentiate between the product family, right?
That you have to think, Durvesh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all what you guys have to think, each and everything.
Okay.
But then, see, I told 4 requirements, right? But then you guys don't have to come up with all 4 directly tomorrow. You guys can take 2 tomorrow and then 2 the next day.
Sajil, can you repeat the requirements again?
Sure, sure. So Vishal's requirement states that if I select product A, then according to the business, I should always be selling a associated product B along with it. So suppose if in the business scenario the sales rep forgets to sell that, then you can say that that's a business loss because he could have sold that along with product A. So you want a validation that says that if I'm selecting product A, then I should not be able to save the code or go to the next step without selecting or having product B.
Okay. And
Got it?
and other requirements. Can you repeat?
Yeah, so we are all creating requirements ourselves. So if you guys can think what are the real life scenarios you guys have been in,
So
whatever you
for
guys
me,
can think of.
yeah, so for me, when I bought my car, they tried to sell me gap insurance, which is basically if you're, uh, so, obviously, I bought my car on finance, so you're paying a monthly payment, towards the car. And then they try to upsell, obviously, other bits and pieces along with it, as sales reps do. So there was one thing called gap insurance, which was a product that they were trying to sell to me, where if I was to have an accident and my car was written off, then they would, pay between the value at the time and the current value, basically. So, it'll be like a payout. I'm not sure if we can use that. Gap insurance was basically an extra product that was an add-on at the time.
Got it. So now, how I would frame this requirement. One of my compulsory product is a maintenance plan, right? Whenever I buy a car, I have to have a maintenance plan, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would do, so my requirement says that whenever I select any of the maintenance plan, an insurance should get automatically enrolled to that. So there won't be any validation, there won't be any alert message, nothing. As soon as I select one, when I go to the next step, I can see that there is an insurance already attached.
Right.
Right? Because that is a compulsory product. So whenever I have any of the selection for a maintenance plan out of 5, if I select any, as soon as I select it, and when I go to the next step, there is an insurance product. So you guys have to create a new product called as insurance, and that insurance product is automatically there. Even the sales rep has no idea that it is going to come, and he
And
cannot delete it. Sorry.
would this be complimentary, or will there be like a price attached to it?
No, it would be. There would be a price attached to it. Yeah, let's keep a price
Oh,
attached to it.
oh.
But then the user cannot delete it also. Like the sales rep, once he comes in, that product should not be. He cannot delete it. He cannot do anything. It should be completely locked. It has to be there, or else he cannot go forward. That's how it is, right? You cannot buy a car without an insurance, right?
Yeah. Well,
So
you can't.
Sajil,
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
okay. And
So we
Sajil,
have
if
to. Yeah.
yeah, you continue.
No, go ahead, Durvesh. Yeah.
Yeah, if there is such a conditions that if we buy two miscellaneous product, then we get a third product free. So we can also attach that condition in this product rule.
Yeah, definitely you can.
Okay.
But
So
then what would
offer
be
can
your
be given.
yeah, but then what would be the business scenario? For example,
Yeah,
if you
if
select two cheaper products and then what would be the price that you're going to give? What is that
okay.
complementary product that you're planning to give?
Um,
It would be the same all the time, or how is it? Is it a different combination? Like if you select A and B, then C
uh,
is
Yeah, see, there are four miscellaneous product. If you buy two, I can give any two product of my four miscellaneous product.
Okay.
Of if there are two four products, if you
Uh-huh.
buy two from four product, I can give any one a free.
Okay. Yeah. So this will come in price rule because
Yeah. Okay.
you're controlling the price as well over there,
Okay.
right? If you select it
Okay.
directly, there is a price. If you select it along with something, then
Mhm.
it becomes zero price. So,
Okay.
yeah, so that we can take it up in a phase where price rule plus product rule comes into picture.
Okay. Okay.
What else,
Uh,
guys?
You
and
know,
then and this yeah.
go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
And this whenever we are using these validation rules or filter, or sorry, what we can say, so what validation and validation or what you say, Rajat?
Price rule.
Or no, alert, validation or alert.
Alert, right. Sorry, alert. Yeah.
So we are taking two to three scenarios. So we have to take one by one, or it will automatically give three error message or three alert message or
No,
two
it will
alert
come
message.
one by one.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Preet, I think we can see your email, man. Okay. So we only have two till now. What else, guys? What are you guys thinking now? How can I save error and save, how can I reduce the business loss? Because when you put in a business product rule, what happens is in the real world, it is actually saving error, like money lost in errors, right? So what do you guys think? What else can be done?
Either we can bundle with other products to make it mandate, or because
Can we
discount,
not? Yeah, can
because
we not use like a discount? Like, when you buy a pizza, for example, from Pizza Hut or Domino's, if you buy,
Uh,
two large pizzas, garlic bread, chicken wings, all of it together, then the family deal is 21.99, for example. So can we not think of something similar along them lines?
uh, you mean to say discount, right?
Yeah, discount. Yeah,
Yeah, that would again
that
come
will
up in price
price
rules.
price rules, yeah,
right,
those
right,
are
right,
price rules.
right.
Whenever there is a price involved, it would be price rules. So what else with just the
Only,
products?
only thing that what I can think of is like if we have extra accessories to sell,
Mm-hmm.
where we have already raised the price as the list price and add those as mandatory. Those will increase the revenue of the dealership. Or we can sell like if somebody buys like 3 year of maintenance rather than 1 year of maintenance.
3 years.
Yeah, so yeah, kind of schedule maintenance plan
Hmm.
that will increase the revenue without changing the price. It I think we have to give discount.
Yeah, again the price comes into the picture.
Yeah, right.
So
Well, we
first
can't, we
one,
can't give something complimentary, can we? Obviously to keep the customer loyal so that they come back to us when they buy the next car as well. Is that not something that we can? I mean, now I appreciate it's not going to increase revenue in the short term, but it might do in the long term because that customer is going to come back to us.
right.
But that's it.
So, in the real world scenario, how this requirement comes in is, for example, I buy a maintenance plan. Okay, so I buy the basic one. Okay, and then what happens is, if I buy the next one as well, for example, my first one is for 36 months and 36K miles. My basic maintenance plan is for 36 months and 36k miles. And when I'm buying that, I'm giving an offer to the customer that if you buy an extension right now itself, right, that is for another 12 months more. So I buy 36k plus 12k package. Then I'm going to give you, uh, yeah, again there is a, yeah.
Price
So
rule.
with price rule, but then the scenario comes in like, if I buy, then the total price of that package would change. Like for example, if it is for some $2,000 and the second one was for $1,000, together I can sell it for $2,500.
Or we can create, or we can create like a first time buyer maintenance plan for 48 months. So that time, like we are selling extra because we have already created a separate product for that rather than changing the price rule. We
Right.
already, right? So we can separate the price rule. And there's another example we can do like, okay, we are giving you 1 year car wash from that other business where other business is paying us when we are selling that as part of our bundle. So when somebody buys Honda 1.5 LX CVT,
Mhm.
we are adding 100 car wash to that, so which are paid, but at our if they buy it from us, it is like already what you call that 50%
Got it.
discounted
Yeah,
price.
yeah, I think we can have that. That's what I think even Preet was thinking of, to give something complimentary. So car wash is something maybe we can add it for complimentary. But
Okay.
then when do you want to give it complimentary? What would be the conditions?
You have to buy something extra in order to get something for free, because that'll then increase the revenue. So that'll kill two birds with one stone, increase the revenue. And,
You
But
you really want one
I was
sales
not
guy
giving
maybe.
free. I was not giving free.
I told you I
I
was in
was
sales, so
I was not giving free, so I was giving a 50% discounted rate in our system because we know that other business is gonna give us like 20% cashback or whatever.
Okay, so what if we do this? If I select one of the miscellaneous, if I select any of the miscellaneous products, you get a car wash free.
Yeah,
A package for car wash for free. Yeah, Preet, is that a good sales idea? I'm not sure.
yeah, I think you should maybe do gold, platinum, premium, that kind of packages. Yeah, so you know the more you spend, the more stuff you get for free.
Right. That's actually how these automobile thing are, because I was working a couple of years back. I was actually working for an automobile company. They were implementing CPQ when it just got launched. Like, it was at the peak, and they just wanted to move all their old system into CPQ, and that's exactly how the system was. They
Yeah,
had gold, platinum, and then all kinds of things.
I mean, not
And
just car
based on
industry.
that,
Anyone who's selling anything would have something similar. You know, from your pizza place to your cars or anything for that matter. To be honest, yeah.
right, and all these gold, platinum would have different miles and different ages, and based on what you select, it could be expensive, but then there are a lot of other perks that you're going to get if you select that.
Correct. Correct.
So yeah, that's how. So now, as you guys develop things in, you guys have to relate very much with the actual sales process also. That's how you can, what happens is the client is giving you the requirement, but then when you go back to the client with a requirement that you feel might increase their business, or would help them in the business, they get really happy. Otherwise it would just be like a robotic kind of thing that they're telling you what to do and then you just do it. So when you get
Correct.
engaged in their business, when you be part of their business, and when you try to understand and then help them out, they really get happy. And the only reason you can do that is because now you know how big CPQ is, what are the features CPQ offers, and then using that you can think how can I make this business better. So this will always give you an edge in wherever whichever project you get into. So always push for things, always keep thinking what more, other than whatever requirements you see. At least I usually keep this habit I tell to my developers that always try to put in at least one or two requirements that you think should be there. So that is definitely going to help you.
So what you're saying is instead of like order taking and you shouldn't be making suggestions to the client that this is okay, fine, yeah.
Right. So they might give you 4 requirements, which is really important. But then after that, when you go through it, you can see that, okay, I can have 2 more, which is going to save some more efforts or some more business scenarios. It can cover some more business scenarios. So you can suggest to them, you can see this is what I think. And, if that is something they like it, then they'll be really happy with what you offer. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, so now we got the third scenario as well. And now what we will do is the fourth one. Let's keep the one which we tried the first thing. Like I selected a product, and without selecting the product, I want a message that there is discounted price. Are you sure you want to go ahead without buying this product? That's your fourth challenge.
All right, so this time around without selecting the product, right?
Right. The first one which we tried to explain how alert works.
Yes.
Yes. So that's what we want to achieve. That would be the fourth requirement.
Right, okay. So on the first one, we had to select the product in order to get the message. So what you're saying is that what if we were not to select the product, we want to still see the message. Is that what you're saying? Or
No, so I'll explain all the 4 requirements we have. So first one is an auto enroll. That means I select product A, then automatically product B should be there. I mean, there is no option to take it off. Right?
yeah,
And then the second one, what was the second one?
something was maintenance plan, I think you said.
Gap
Right.
insurance.
Insurance.
Gap
Yeah,
insurance.
insurance plan, sorry. Yeah.
Right. So if I select a maintenance plan, I have an insurance already and it is priced.
Yeah.
Okay. And my third one is the complimentary car wash. And my fourth one is if I select if I am under miscellaneous and I select one product, or I don't select, no, I have an option that I should select at least one product, right? So I select any product. Suppose if I don't select a product that has discount, then it should show me a message that are you sure you want to go ahead without buying this because there is a offer on this product.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your fourth requirement.
And when this
So you guys
message
don't
will
have
come,
to on save,
Sajal,
on save,
on save
on save.
4 message will come one by one.
No. So all these are different scenarios, right?
Right.
Right. So your first scenario does not have a message,
Okay.
nor does your second scenario have a message,
Yes.
nor does your third one has a message because you're giving a complimentary product. That's it. It just gets added.
Okay.
But your fourth one is the only place where you're showing a message.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys don't have to do all 4 together. You can take first 2 for tomorrow, and the next 2 for day after tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So everybody has written it down, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So you guys have some work to do. But the thing is, even though you guys are going to work only on 2 requirements, I'm 100% sure you guys would learn how to do 10 more requirements. And I want you guys to tell me those things. When you were doing trial and error, what were the other things that you came across? It's really a good way to learn. Whenever I teach product rules, this is how uh, I like to take it up, because otherwise it's a very huge topic. And if I make it like show you what to do, it becomes very mechanical. It becomes like you are stuck to only the things that I teach you. And in the real world, there could be hundreds and thousands of requirements from product pool. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Any other questions for today?
Yeah, Sajid. So as I was struggling with one thing, which was like while creating a code, and if
Uh-huh.
I don't have products there, and while adding products, if I'm not getting a product list there, what could be the cause there?
Price book is not associated.
Yeah, I think Vishal, beyond that price book, there is one option which I have gone through, and it has actually helped me. When I select a product in details, you should give Salesforce CPQ configuration. Means there should be required always, and you should fill that section of your main product. Okay.
Oh, within main products, I have to fill that section.
Yeah, Salesforce CPQ configuration. Because I also the same issue. I had actually given the price book to every single product, but still that problem came. But this actually helped me. It actually came.
So Salesforce CPQ configuration type is allowed, configuration event is always, code pattern is also given, option layout is section.
Just
So that,
make sure configuration type is required and event should be always.
oh, I put it as allowed, not required. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I will
And
change that
yeah,
and we'll see because price book was connected there. So standard price book is there. List price for that main product is 20,000. So I will check. Yeah, price book is there.
and if you have given price book means standard price book to every product, then it will not actually. I think it will not happen.
Okay, I will give it to each and every product because at least one product should be there where I have price
Yeah, yeah.
book, right? So I will add it and change the configuration type from allowed to required, you said, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Always required, and I have taken the section layout or tab layout. You can take anything. It's choice.
And configuration event is always, right? So hope this will have, just give me 1 minute. I did side by side, so let me see if I'm going to code and edit line, add product. Nope, no item to display. So still that's not coming. Any other suggestion on top of that?
Sajil,
Yeah, Durgesh.
yeah, can you give some any document or anything suggestion, PPT or Word, which we can means follow? Because as Vishal has been stuck here, I'm also getting stuck anywhere. So you have anything which can help us, Sajil? You have any your document or your notes?
So notes for since we are at the very initial phase, right? So there are no notes for these. But then when you come to the advanced part of it, like when you get deeper into it, then for that topics we have notes. But then since this is just the initial setup and we are just trying to understand each and every topic, so this is even
Hmm.
something you can Google it out even when you get stuck, right? The
Hmm.
Salesforce has this these communities where you can, if you just drop a note that you're not able to go ahead, or you're facing an issue, you're getting this blocker, if you just write it down, even that way you can get answers to your questions.
Okay.
Sure.
But then
So
these
Sajid, right now on my code, when I'm trying to add product, I
Uh-huh.
don't see any product there, although as per my understanding, my product has a price book connected to it,
Okay.
and I made that configuration part, CPQ configuration part as
So you don't
required.
see any products on the code.
Right.
Is there a price book selected on the code?
Price book selected on the code.
Uh-huh.
Price book is not there
Is it blank?
because when I go to code detail, contract information, billing information, pricing detail, price book is okay. Yes, I have one price book there.
What is that?
That was my custom price book, Honda Accord 2019 event price book.
Can you open that price book?
Yes, yes,
Can you go to related?
related, description created by active is standard price book related. Okay, I'm on related.
What do you see?
So I see price book entries, zero, price book history, there's a price book. So I don't have any products there.
Exactly. Exactly. So you should have price book entries. That's why you're not seeing it.
Okay,
Now
but
instead,
when
if you
so if my products has standard price book, so this is gonna override to that. That's what you're saying, right? Because my code already has a price book selected.
no, no. So you have to create separate entries for each price book.
Okay,
Got it? Like my standard price book would have standard price book entries, and your custom price book should have its own entries for the sets of products that you want to show. So now
okay,
since your price book is having zero entries, that's why you're not able to see it. So what you have to do is you have to create price book entries for whatever products you want to show it on the product selection page,
okay.
and then it will come. So maybe you can quickly create one price book entry for that price book, associate a product, and you can check it.
Yeah, I just did that, added that.
Is it
Now,
active?
yeah, I think I did next, 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 and now I'm going to look at quotes again. So, and within quotes, I'm going to edit line, and then I'm going to,
You see that product?
yeah, it's coming add product, and yeah, I can see it now. Cool.
Right.
So
The same way you can add.
my
Mhm.
custom price book was there, but my
Your price book entries was
price
blank.
book entries were blank. And
Right.
when I was creating product at that time, I gave standard price book to all the products. So at the code level, I have a custom price book, but there
Exactly.
was no entry.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, then. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Sure, sure. Bye, guys. We'll catch up tomorrow then.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye, guys.